And well, Lindsey and Georgina are like unpacking in the room. Kenny goes over to Yvonne and Nick and says, like, we were talking about it and like, we think that you guys should have first pick of rooms. And Lindsey and Georgina are like, oh no, we're the only two moms here without our kids.
Yeah,
We're
but I want to
taking it.
know, how do you guys feel about that? If that was
Well,
me, I would have been like, no.
welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lori.
We are talking about In the City, but before we do, let's do our call to action. Please go over to YouTube, hit subscribe, and Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow us, give us 5-star reviews, and comment. The name of this episode is Caught in the Crossfire, and it's episode number 8. This one was a lot, to be honest with you. There was a lot going on here.
There was a lot last time, too.
Vindicated.
I know. It just got carried over. So they're all getting ready and packing up to go to Connecticut because at the end of the wedding, they announced that they were all going to be going, on this trip.
I think it was like a
because
Friendsgiving something or
yes,
something.
a Friendsgiving. And
Friends giving each other a hard time.
Yes.
It was just, the wedding was just 2 days earlier. So it's not even like they had any time to like heal, right?
Decompress.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Danielle's not even sure if she's going to go because, what had happened, but, she decides she's going to go. If Yvonne's not sure if she's going to go, Nick talks her into it, so everyone's
Gotta get
going.
that paycheck, baby. Got to show up for the trips.
That's basically what he was saying. I was
surprised when Georgina was talking about putting her kids to bed. That she puts her kids to bed every night, not only at her apartment, but she goes over to her ex's apartment and puts them to bed there as well.
Yeah, I found that very interesting.
I mean, does he live in the same building? Like, are you going across town? Like, I need to know more about this.
Yeah,
right?
We definitely need more info on that.
What are the logistics involved?
Yeah, please give us every painstaking detail.
What are the logistics?
Yes. So this is the first time that, she doesn't have to do dinner or bath time or book time or bedtime.
How amazing is that feeling?
It's so amazing.
When you are taking care of 2 young kids,
whether
you're married, single, whatever, but that first night where you only have to worry about yourself.
Yeah. It's like,
oh my God.
I know. It's amazing. I mean, I was so happy for her. I really was.
Yeah, me too.
I really like her. And I really like Yvonne's husband.
Yeah. Georgina, definitely. She's my MVP of this show.
Yeah,
personally.
I really like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're in 2 separate cars. And
I think three separate cars.
There had to be 3.
I think there's 3 cars.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was only Lindsey, Georgina, and Amanda in one of them. And then the other one was like Kenny, Whitney, Andrea, Lexi, Danielle, and Owen. So Kyle and Gavin had to have gone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember how it all went, but I think there were 3 cars.
Yes, because actually, and whose car was Kenny in? Oh, Kenny was with all those
He was with
people.
Whitney, Andrea, Lexi.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's decided that they're going to take a pit stop before they get to Connecticut, but nobody knows where they're going. So they get there and they find out it's going to be paintball. But of course, none of the ladies are dressed to do paintball. They think they're going to Connecticut to a house.
But it ends up
it's a haunted paintball.
Right. Magically had camo and boots and everything there. So it all worked out.
Yeah.
I think when you go to do paintball, I think they have gear for you. I don't know for sure if one of our listeners wants to weigh in.
Yeah.
But I think they have like when you go skiing, like they have stuff there. I don't know if you have to buy it or.
Yeah. So they're going to split into 2 teams. It's going to be Kenny's team and Lindsay's team. And it was like a schoolyard pick. You know, they were picking back and forth, which I thought was honestly a little telling. What were your thoughts on that?
I think it's hysterical that Lindsay's like, I'm picking everybody who has an issue with me so they won't shoot me.
So they won't shoot me. Yeah, I thought that was funny
I
too.
know.
She's always one step ahead of everybody else. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, Lindsay's first pick was Owen.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God.
Keep your enemies close. Yeah.
Yeah. And poor Georgina was the last one picked. And she wound up like winning.
Yeah.
Like she wound up being the best.
She
Right?
cleaned the
Yeah,
clock.
that was great.
Yeah.
Georgina won the whole thing.
Yeah. So then they get to the beautiful house, and Georgina says to Lindsay, this is it. Like, I found it. I found the primary for us. And Kenny and Whitney and the rest of the crew is saying, like, we should offer the primary to Yvonne and Nick, you know, like as an olive branch because of what happened at their wedding, you know, 2 days prior. And so they had the conversation in the car when there was only 6 of them there. And well, Lindsay and Georgina are like unpacking in the room. Kenny goes over to Yvonne and Nick and says, like, we were talking about it, and like we think that you guys should have first pick of rooms. And Lindsay and Georgina are like, oh no, like we already discussed it. We're the only 2 moms here without our kids that, you know.
So now,
we're
but I want to
taking it.
know, how do you guys feel about that? If that was me, I would have been like, no, you're right. Let them have the pick of the. Like, I would have been like, yeah, absolutely. I would have never been like,
I honestly
no.
would have too.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
But then we found out.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Lindsay posted after the episode on Threads. Let me be clear. Number 1, Kenny told me at paintball, I didn't bring this up, that he and I should have first picks of the rooms since we were hosting this weekend. He then unilaterally made a decision to give the first pick to Yvonne and Nick. All good if that's your idea of a gesture, but you clearly set me up in that situation. Manipulative. Number two, in the 10 years of Summer House, I've never gotten into a fight about rooms. Even when I was pregnant and was offered the primary, I declined. It's not my style. Also,
that's facts right there. She never did.
Yep.
She never made a big deal about rooms.
Yep. Also, I never talked to Whitney about being a single mom. If anything, I've clarified to her about being a working mom. Not once have I said single because my marital status doesn't make a difference here. Completely agree. That's who she is. Happy to post my text thread of me checking in on Whitney in between all my jobs, though, that she decided to use against me in this moment. Didn't see her checking in on me once, but I took time out of my busy schedule to check in on her. So yeah, happy to post.
So I said it last week. I think that, or maybe it's in my notes. It's probably in my notes, but you could tell when Whitney said what she said, Lexi was not taking the bait. Lexi had 100% been warned by Andrea, do not fuck with Lindsay. Do not. You could tell.
Did you see the look on her
Whitney
face?
said it, Lexi was like, I never heard her act like that. I never heard her say anything. I never heard her say single mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I think the whole situation, because that's not what Kenny portrayed it as. He screwed her.
Absolutely.
I see. Okay.
He totally screwed her. He totally
But
screwed
we didn't
her.
know that because initially I felt the same way as you, Laura. I'm like, just give them the room.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
why
just
would
a
you?
room. You're in this big, beautiful house.
Right. How lucky are
Right.
you?
Give her the room.
Right.
But everybody messed up her wedding, not just Lindsay, but sorry.
But that house with that whole area with the living room and dining room, that was horrible. Horrible.
What was it?
What was
That
horrible
house.
about it?
Oh my God, it was horrible. Because it was just, the room was too big, and then they put this huge it was just bad interior design is what it was. I was telling you.
Oh, you mean, yes. Okay.
Just bad. It just looked horrible. It just looked like somebody's just slapped this big long table in there with all these ton shit of chairs and slapped some couch. It was just.
No, it's okay.
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean,
Horrible.
I'll tell you what, though, it was probably loud AF
As
in there.
you know what?
Well, it definitely was
Acoustics is
loud.
always the problem.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Georgina goes up to Danielle and said, "Listen, I'm sorry if I jabbed at you too much about the white dress," which I thought was very nice.
Me too.
Yeah. How about that Amanda and Kyle have the room with the 2 twin beds in it?
This is what I don't understand. Amanda's like, we're stuck together, so we're just going to make the best of it. Aren't you supposed to be working on your
Right.
marriage?
Right.
Right.
Which they're not. So
No, of
Right.
course not.
it really does make sense.
No. So they've arranged to have a caterer come bring dinner, so they've got some time to get ready and shower. And Kyle has to explain to them why it is he needs a bathtub. Nobody needed to know this. I'm not even going to
Nope.
repeat it. I'm not
Don't.
even going to repeat it. Nobody
Gross.
needed to know it. So they find out that this was funny. They find out that they all have robes in their closets. And Kyle and Amanda, since they have the kids' room, they have kids' robes in their closet.
That's
That's
pretty
great.
funny. That was
That's great.
really, really funny. They're like, did you guys know we had robes in our closet? And they all
It was so,
it was like
so funny.
barely covering anything. That was hysterical.
Yeah. Lexi realizes that she forgot shampoo and conditioner. So she goes over to the girls and
No, she
the
didn't.
conversation.
She just needed an excuse to go talk to them.
Yeah.
You don't think Andrea asked and she couldn't find it. You don't think that really happened?
I think she needed a reason to go talk to them. Maybe she did.
All right. Well, she goes over there and she breaks it to them about what Whitney said about, the single mom card. And Amanda jumps in and is like, actually, it was my idea in the car saying, like, it's the first time you guys have been away from your kids.
Uh-huh.
And Lindsay's like, I'm sick of this. And she walks away. Georgina says to Lexi, give Whitney advice. Never repeat that again this entire weekend.
Amanda
Okay,
removed herself from the situation, didn't she? Yeah, Amanda was like, I'm out of here.
I'm out. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Then it's time for dinner, and Andrea comes out with his but wait, let's go back. Actually, before he even got dressed, when he took off his clothes and he was standing there in the Calvin Klein I didn't write it down, but that's what I just thought of. When he was standing there in his underwear with those abs and that package.
I know. He has a ridiculous body, Andrea.
He does have ridiculous body.
He really,
freaking
really does.
And
believable.
he's got that fun little accent thing going on.
Yes.
How you doing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about that.
You would
because
be
that's
remiss.
something we need
You'd
to
be
talk
highly
about.
remiss. Yes. I agree with
We
you.
can always take a pause to talk about Andrea's body.
Absolutely.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Georgina gets herself a martini and she says to Lindsay, I'm going to need a drink to tell you about this. I was like, okay, Georgina, wait, what? So she's telling her what Lexi said about Whitney, and Lindsay said Whitney has no idea, what is going on. Does she think like she's doing Pilates every day, drinking matcha, begging her boyfriend for a closet? I'm like, oh boy. Once Lindsay's activated, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And just telling everybody.
Yes. So then Georgina brings up about Kenny, he was raised by a single mom. So, and then Lindsay said, yeah, and I just had a conversation with him the other day about how shitty my mom was and, how it makes me so different now that I'm raising my own daughter. Like, how could anyone ever do that? And then Danielle walks in, and now her and Danielle really still aren't on speaking terms. And she's like, well, I'm picking up some tension here. And I'm like, oh, God, where's this going to go? But that's not it, because then Yvonne says, it's so wild. I can hear everything in my room. And this is so funny. So they thought Yvonne was referring to the conversation that Lexi was telling them in the bathroom about Whitney, making the comment about Lindsay and Georgina and the mom card. But Yvonne was talking about the situation that she was having with Lindsay that she wanted to talk about. And so they just outed the whole thing without I was
having
just like,
to.
oh my goodness.
Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Yvonne and Lindsay go and have a sit down, which I think was good. Listen, they've been friends for how many years? This is silly. But Lindsay was really digging her heels in. She was really digging her heels in.
It's hard to watch, quite honestly, because she would not just apologize. Like, Lindsey, first of all, she called it a civil ceremony celebration, and Yvonne corrects her and says wedding celebration.
Yeah,
And Yvonne
that's not
says
nice. That's
Lindsey
not nice.
wasn't acting like a friend and shifting the conversation away from arguing. And Lindsey says she was taking heat from every angle, but that's not true. It was really
That's not
only
true.
Danielle.
Right, absolutely.
And then she says that she left crying because of how Yvonne was piling on her. Like, this is the Lindsey I don't like to see. She's
Mhm.
not taking accountability. She's putting the blame back on Yvonne. She's not apologizing. Just fucking apologize. This is your
Right.
friend for so long. Forget about the show. Apologize.
Right, absolutely. But
I
no.
worry about their friendship, I'll be honest with you.
I mean, listen, she did finally give in, but she was digging in her heels. And honestly, I think the way Yvonne handled it was really good because she was very calm about the whole thing. Like,
Yes, she was.
but she knows activated Lindsey. She knows her.
Mhm.
She knows her. She knows her. She did finally, And Yvonne said, "Listen, I really appreciate that you said that. Really, that's all I wanted to hear." Those were her exact words. That's all I wanted to hear. And they both, agree that they've been friends a long time. If there's a problem, they need to just have a conversation about it, act like adults, and move on. Then we see everyone sitting around the table and eating, and we found out that Gemma just took her first steps this week. That's huge.
Aw.
Yeah, that's big.
So
That's real
cute
big.
when they do that.
Then Yvonne does a toast and raises her glass to Gemma walking. And then Gavin, our resident pot stirrer, raises his glass to Kyle being a famous DJ. He's got 14 gigs lined up. And Amanda's like, sorry? Like, what? And Gavin's like, you didn't know? Listen,
Yeah, but she's not interested in him making the bills.
Not only that, I'm calling bullshit on this because this is the fall, right? Around Thanksgiving time. We just saw at the end of the summer house when they had that big dinner where Kyle announced that he has a new manager, and his new manager, the purpose of this new manager is to book him bigger gigs.
yes.
So I'm calling bullshit on Amanda being like, what? Maybe you didn't know it was this coming Friday, but you knew it was happening.
Right. Right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And then we do see at some point we see the conversation he's having with the manager, and the manager says that, I think we could probably get you a quarter million this year, which he needs. Like, he's struggling. Like, he's trying.
Right. And she wasn't paying rent. Like,
no. Right.
Right. Right. So, and we find out, like, Kyle said on Friday, he's headlining one of the biggest clubs in the United States. I wonder what that was. What is one of the biggest clubs in the United States?
Who knows? Maybe something in Vegas or something. I don't know.
I was going to say, do you think it's something in Vegas or Miami?
That's what I would think. Vegas or Miami.
It's probably not even true. It's probably not one of the biggest clubs in the United States. Like, Kyle just says things to gas himself up.
Right, right.
Okay. Well, no, Gavin was joining.
Listen, if somebody knows where it was, maybe it was.
We could probably look it up, actually. I'm sure it's on his Instagram. I'm sure he's posting
I don't
it.
understand, like, well, I'm not going to say too much because I did feel vindicated this episode. So I'll just wait until we get there.
Okay, all right. I want to know about Kelly's vindication.
Well, Amanda says, like, I thought, we were trying to, like, move forward. And, even though she says this, she's like, she's mad that he made this plan for the next year, but she went and signed a lease without discussing it with him for a year. Like,
doesn't even want to sleep in a twin bed in the same bedroom as him.
Right.
So what are we doing?
Right. Make it make sense. Make
it make sense. And at this point, I'm so bored of hearing about Kyle and Amanda's relationship. I don't even care what they're doing.
Right.
Just can we please stop talking about it incessantly on 2 separate shows?
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's over.
I mean,
it's over.
It's really over. And, even when Amanda says Kyle hasn't wanted to come home since the day we started dating. Well, then you're the dumbass that spent 10 years with him.
What are you doing?
That's the thing. She's not wrong. She's not wrong, but I agree with you. You stayed with it. Listen, I've said it a million times.
I know.
There is nothing wrong with this girl ending her marriage.
No.
Hooking up with West, there's something very wrong with that. But she did stay longer than she should have. And I believe it's because of the show.
But then Owen jumps in and said, as you know, I don't like to talk about my past, but it's very obvious to me that's what's going on here is if you want to keep talking about what you've done in the past, like it's irrelevant. If you want to keep doing this, then it's done. And Amanda, like, she excuses herself. She gets up from the table. She's like shaking.
She's having an anxiety. She's having a panic attack. It's very clear. She's having a panic attack.
Yes, 100%. 100%. So Lindsey goes to check on Amanda, and back at the table, Kenny and Gavin are saying that she doesn't take any accountability, which I 100% agree with, right? But then Georgina's like, well, I can listen to Tweedledee and Tweedledum over there, but, then Lindsey's back at the table now at this point, and she's like, what is it she needs to do to meet him? Like, what is it you want her to do? And she said from the jump, she's been trying to meet him. Kenny said, sounds like she's not. Lindsey said, like, dude, you're kidding me. Lindsey said, he's cheated on her so many times and she's stayed with him. Kenny said, you said so many times.
She said, but we don't talk about it. And she looks at Danielle and she's like, Danielle knows. And Danielle's like, yeah.
I know.
I fucking knew it. How do you not know that? This guy didn't ever want to come home. He always acted like he was single. But I agree with you that she stayed longer than she should have.
Yes. And, Kenny said to Lindsey, you implied that there were multiple indiscretions. And Lindsey's like, yeah, we don't talk.
However, on Watch What Happens Live, when she was in the audience, because who was on it? Yvonne? Andy
no, I think Georgina.
her,
Wasn't Georgina on it?
Wait, it was Georgina. It was Georgina. And she's like, I cannot confirm or deny. You said it on national television, Lindsey, so just confirm it. Because now you look like a jackass if you don't.
Right.
It's going to come out.
I know that Amanda's an asshole for hooking up with West, and we are no longer Team Amanda. And Lindsey was Team Amanda and being a very good friend to Amanda. But you can't deny that you said that on television. And you can't deny that it didn't happen. It happened. He cheated. He's a big, fat, giant cheater.
Well, it's coming out on the reunion. Supposedly the reunion's good.
Yeah.
And next week is the season finale.
The season finale, right?
Next week.
Okay.
Next week is the season finale. So that's episode 8. So we're getting 9 episodes. And I would imagine, well, you said it's in the clubhouse. So that's only 1 episode, I'm sure.
Yeah. Short season,
I don't know how
9 episodes.
Well, it's a new. So sometimes they do a short season, They don't know how it's
test run.
Yeah.
I'm surprised with such a huge cast that he did it in the clubhouse, though. Like, he couldn't,
Yeah.
But I will say this. So, Summer House is filming now, and we know that Kyle is there, and we know that Lindsey's there, and we know that Jesse's there. But we also know, and it's actually been confirmed, that there's been some crossover, and that's one of the things Bravo is doing with In the City and Southern Hospitality and Southern Charm. So they're all going to be, I think we're going to see a lot of intermingling this summer. And
which is good for Kyle, because you got Maddie, who's sober, on Southern Hospitality. Like, get him,
Carl.
Get him some sober, yeah.
Carl, yes. Carl also, I didn't mention him. And Maddie and Kyle are both DJing, so there's that. Right? And it was just announced that there's going to be a spinoff of Summer House in Canada, which I thought, Ontario. I think it said I think I read Ontario.
They tried that already. They tried to do it up in Martha's Vineyard. It didn't work. Why?
I know, but I know. I don't know. I mean, I think we have a lot of Canadians that like Bravo. I don't know.
What do you guys think? Do you think, I'm sure In the City's coming back. I didn't love it, but this episode, I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. But do you think
you liked it because you were vindicated? That's why you liked it.
I did.
I know
Now
did.
we're getting somewhere. I was right.
Kelly.
And I kept saying, it wasn't, he never said it. No one's ever said it all these years. Remember, I kept arguing with you, like, nope.
You have to, I mean, there's a reason this guy's not coming home. There's a reason. Who doesn't come home? Like, if he really wanted to work on his marriage prior to them separating in the fall, because this was all nonsense. But, she had talked to him a lot before that. If he really wanted to work on his marriage, go do your DJ gigs. Fine. The clubs close at 2, most of them. Just go home. Don't come home at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, because that's going to lead someone to believe, if you have a history of cheating on them, that you were with somebody else. But do you guys think, if this comes back for a season 2, do you think the entire cast is coming back? Do you think anybody will be let go?
Well, I think Amanda will be let go.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's not coming back to Summer House, so I don't think we're going to
There's
see
no
Amanda.
place for her on this show if she's
No.
not with Kyle.
No. And the fact that there's a reunion, I think that, yes, we're definitely going to get another season, because why do a reunion if you're not going to do another season, right?
Correct. Yeah,
This is true.
I agree.
When we lose Amanda, we lose her friend. What was her name that we never really saw? And Matt.
Who even knows her
Okay,
name?
yeah, we don't
Katie,
know, we
but
don't
we
care.
really never saw
Katie,
her.
yeah. So Katie's not going to be coming back. I definitely think we're keeping Georgina. I mean, Danielle just had the baby, so we're keeping Danielle and Owen.
And Yvonne and Nick are having the baby. And Lexi and Andrea are having a baby. I think they're all coming back.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be interesting with all these new
Gavin
babies
stirs
and all
the
these
pot. Kenny can, he could be a little
Postpartum.
villainous if he needs to.
all these postpartum women or pregnant women, right? Because but they'll probably have, well, they'll be postpartum, because
Yeah.
they wouldn't
That'll
start
be a
this
fun
again until
time.
September. Yeah.
It'll be a fun time.
I actually enjoy it. I like seeing the city. I like a different side to these people instead of just.
Yeah, I agree.
I like it. So I think that's it for now.
That's it
So
for
until
now.
next time, thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe and give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.